Hi everybody, it's Jeff from Make It and Fix It. Well, let me introduce myself again. I'm Jeff. I'm a mechanic by trade, and I've been turning wrenches for about 20 years, a little bit over. I just wanted to do this because I'm always making stuff. I'm always fixing stuff. Anybody can make stuff. Anybody can fix stuff. It's all, if you can make what's in here, go to your hands. First, let me introduce you to my assistant, Mikey, my 10-year-old son. Here's Mikey.
Hello.
He's going to be assisting me a lot. He's going to be my sarcastic, my sarcastic comic relief, and he's going to be my assistant, my lab assistant, sometimes my lab rat. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to be restoring a 1976 Grumman Canoe. It's an 18-footer. I picked it up I traded something worth about 180 bucks for it. It's in pretty rough shape. It's got a lot of rock dings, a lot of dents, scratches, bangs, bumps. It had paint on it at one time. The paint's come off for the most part. I am going to be repainting it, but first I gotta scuff it up, take the aluminum surface down to a bright, shiny surface, and then I'm going to be coating it as a primer. I'm going to be coating it with this galvanized and aluminum primer. It is a latex, but according to the instructions, I can coat it with an oil-based paint. And then after that sits for a few hours, I'm going to go ahead and coat it with this. It's a rust stop. Now this is actually pretty good stuff. I've used it before. I'm going to be doing Hunter Green. The only problem with this is that for aluminum, if you just put it on aluminum without putting a primer on it, it will flake off the first time you wash it, or the first time it hits water. You can say bye-bye to your paint. So that's why I'm priming it, and that's also why I'm sanding the whole thing. So stick with me, and we'll get this thing hammered out. Okay, here it is. It's a Grumman 18-foot. Got it for pretty cheap. It's all there, pretty good shape. Only has a few things I got to do to it. Had a really huge gash in it right there. Not a cut, but a big old dent. And you can see where it's scraped right along right there. I'm hammering that out. My next step is I got to roll it, make sure it doesn't cause any problems. And then they drilled an extra hole right there, which I'm going to fill that, file that off real smooth, get it looking good. I'm going to end up filling that with JB Weld before I paint it. And that's actually factory right there, that hole. That's for a loop that actually goes right here. So the other end has it, this one doesn't. It still has the VIN plate. And see if you can get a shot of it. It is a Grumman, so I'm happy about that. It's a pretty good boat. It's pretty straight. The bottom, I'm going to redo all this in here. I don't know if I might just sand it. See, I got a lot of gashes and stuff to fix. Sand it, and then I'm going to paint it probably light green, just to give it, kind of a folksy look. And then underneath, I don't know if you can pick that up. It's kind of, see how that bottom, the keel right there is bowed, and it's got a couple dents. I got to fix that. But that's really not that difficult. Basically, what you do is you just put a board on this side and a board on this side. You set it on the ground on those boards and from underneath, and you jump on it. That's pretty simple. This aluminum is pretty forgiving stuff. It's pretty solid. So here's that other. I'm going to replace that. I'm going to make one that actually fills the hole, or like a molded piece, and get rid of that. I think that looks pretty chintzy. So. And then in Arizona, I don't need to register it because it does not have a motor. So I'll be able to do anything I really need to with it. And I don't have to register it. This thing is going to be pretty cheap. I have under 200 into it getting it. So, and these are going right now for about $600 to $700 on Craigslist. So I'm pretty happy with it. And I'll do a few videos here and there while I'm restoring it. I don't know if I'll be able to prop the camera up and show you, but there it is. Let's get to work. Another quick, I just want to show you what I'm using. I bought these at Harbor Freight about 15 years ago. just body hammer and a float. And you just want to make sure that you have something to back up when you're hitting it. You want to put that on the opposite side from, let me get this in the light so you can see it right. Put that on the opposite side from where you're hitting it, and then you smack it on the inside, and what it does, this gives it an anvil to kind of bounce off of. It pulls it down and it keeps you from getting hammer marks that come through. I'll see if I can have somebody have Karen hold the camera for me, and I'll show you how you do it. It's not going to be factory smooth. I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I'm painting it, I think. I don't think I'm going to polish it, because the polishing, everything comes through. So, and there's stickers everywhere. Not fun. Yeah, that's a good time. So, okay, let me go see if I can get her to hold the camera so I can show you how to do this. Okay, so, oh, hang on. Don't move. Let me get that pulls. There's another dent right there. So I put the float right here like that, go to the inside and give it a couple smacks. And you can tell if you're hitting right. You're hitting right if it bounces the float. Let's see if, okay.
Are you chasing the chickens?
Stupid dog. You can see, turn the camera around, you can see right there where I'm hitting it, it kind of, now it's got another dent right down there. I've got a hammer out, but that one I got a hammer from the other side. Actually I have to push it in, so I have to put this side here and smack it from the other side. You always want to hit it from the opposite, or the opposite side of where the dent is. I don't know what caused this, where it wrinkled right there. They must have hit a pretty good sized rock. So, okay. Safety glasses, tinted. Bring you in closer here. Two words: duct tape. Urgh. Well, you guys get the idea of what I'm doing. So this is what I wound up with. Did both sides. It's a little rough, but honestly it's not horrible. And stay tuned for part 2.